Hello everyone and welcome to our next week of lessons, which are all on ratio this week. So we're going to be starting off by simplifying ratios. So here's an example of a ratio. So 4 to 6. Remember, if we're going from left to right, so we go 4 to 6. If it was 6 to 4, we'd write it out like so, like that. So it's 4 to 6. So that does get into the linguistic idea of ratios. So let's start this out. So 4 to 6. We can simplify ratios in the same way we simplify fractions. Hopefully you remember that to simplify fractions, we find the highest common factor of both of these numbers and then divide both sides of the ratio by that. So we'll but at the top and bottom of the fraction in a fraction, but yeah, this side we would divide the left hand side and the right hand side of the ratio. So the highest common factor of 4 and 6 is, well, let's draw factors of 4. So factors of 4 are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. Our factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. So what's the highest number that goes into both? That's 2. So we want to divide by our highest common factor. So we can do similar method to before with a funnel. We did with when we did equations. So we put a funnel either side of the ratio and then divide by 2 and then divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, let's do the same with the next one. So 15 to 20. So 15 to 20, going from left to right. Okay, so let's find the highest common factor of 15 and 20. Okay, so 15, our factors of 15 are 1 and 15. Does 2 go into 15? No. 3 does. 3 times 5. Does 4 go into it? No. So those are all our factors of 15. Now let's go to 20. So 20, we've got 1 and 20, 2 and 10. Does 3 go into 20? No. 4 does though. 4 and 5. So the highest common factor, these are all our factors now because we've got to the next 4 and 5. They're next to each other. So let's think about what's the highest common factor. So the highest common factor, it's the highest factor that goes into both. So 5 is a factor that goes into both and is the highest one too. So that's the highest common factor. So again, let's draw our funnel and then divide by 5. Divide by 5 both sides. Remember to do both sides. So 15 divided by 5 is 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay. So 33 into 110, this is a bit harder. So let's find our factors of 33. So let's do 33 here. Okay, our factors of 33. 1 and 33. Does 2 go into 33? No. 3 does though. Multiplied by 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. None of them go into 33. These are all our numbers we can get. So these are all our factors of 33. Let's now find the factors of 110. So 1 and 110. 2 and 55. So 3 doesn't go in. 4 doesn't go in. 5 goes in though. 5 and 22. 6, 7, and 10 and 11. Those are all our factors. So let's think about what's the highest factor that goes into both. Well, that would be 11. So we can draw our funnel and then divide both sides by 11. So 33 divided by 11 is 3. And 110 divided by 11 is 10. So 3 to 10. That's our simplified ratio. So 4 to 6 would be simplified to 2 to 3. 15 to 20 would be simplified to 3 to 4, and 33 to 110 would be simplified to 3 to 10. So remember, we find the highest common factor and then divide both sides of the ratio by that. You might, if you desperately need to, you can just do your normal fraction thing of trying to halve it, third it, but this is the recommended way. Okay, so next we've got equivalent ratios. So equivalent ratios is basically the reverse of what we just did. So we're finding, the question I'm gonna ask you is find 3 different equivalent ratios for 2 to 5. So what we can do is we can multiply. I'm going to get 3 2 to 5s here, and we just need to make sure we multiply 2 to 5 by different amounts each time. So we can multiply 2 to 5 by, I'm going to try 2 first. By 2 both sides. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is 10. Well, this next one we can do multiply by 3. I'm going to do multiply by 3 each side. So 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Next one, let's try a bit of a rogue number. Let's multiply by 7. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 7 is 7, so 14. Sorry, that's a silly mistake. And 5 multiplied by 7 is 35. So 14 to 35. So these 3, so 4 to 10, 6 to 15, and 14 to 35 are all equivalent to 2 to 5. So those would be our 3 equivalent ratios. Let's now do the same for 3 to 7. Okay, so let's draw out 3 of these. Our funnels, okay, then 3 to 7 over here. Cool. So let's find equivalent ratios to 3 to 7. So we can multiply both sides of the ratio by 2. Let's start off with 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 times 2 is 14. So that's our first equivalent ratio. Now let's multiply by 3, both sides. So 3 times 3 is 9. 7 times 3 is 21. So that's our next equivalent ratio. And let's multiply by 11. So multiply by 11 each side. So 3 times 11 is 33. And 7 times 11 is 77. Okay. Good luck with this. If you have any questions, just ask your teacher. I'm sure you'll ace it.